We're going to start with tickets 1 through 10.
DeAndre Carr is back at a COVID-19 testing site. The 21-year-old battled the virus in June. He's worried about getting sick again, but he's more worried now about something else.
Did you fill out the census by any chance?
I registered to vote, yeah.
And no, the census is different than registering to vote.
I don't think so, no.
Carr has spent months educating people and raising awareness about the census.
I just want to be out here and let them know and encourage them to take the census seriously because it does benefit them whether they think it does or not.
Census results, gathered just once every 10 years, help determine, among other things, how the federal government will dole out hundreds of billions of dollars in funding to communities over the next decade. That includes funding for fire departments, schools, and other city services. More people counted means more money for a given community. And communities with a high immigrant population, such as Worcester, are often historically undercounted, says Vatsity Sibong Sai, census manager for the Massachusetts Immigrant and Refugee Advocacy Coalition.
There's a huge mistrust in the government, especially now with the social political environment. And as far as immigrants or folks who have had some negative interaction with the government or law enforcement, it's just really tough for them to believe that, their information will remain confidential.
Community groups say the president's attempt to add a citizenship question added to that mistrust, and advocates say there were other problems too. For instance, fewer enumerators, those people who knock on doors and ask if you filled out your census.
It seems like this census 2020 was set up to fail.
But the U.S. Census Bureau disagrees. The Bureau reports that 99.9% of households in Massachusetts and most other states have been accounted for.
We have either gotten a self-response from that household, we've either knocked on their door and they've opened up their door and gave us the information, or we've gotten a proxy response.
But the Massachusetts Secretary of State questions the Bureau's math and has asked them to show their work. Baylor says that's not possible.
Unfortunately, it's just not data we have available that we can provide to our partners.
Overall, Baylor says the census process has worked. But with 330 million people and over 140 million housing units to count, he says there are bound to be kinks. Carrie Saldo, GBH News.